I hope that the the person who runs this club does not see this video because sorry. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, we're gonna be talking all about St. John's, my freshman year. How has it been? And the whole reason why I'm doing this video is because my girl, my roommate, her name is Maritza, she actually did this as her YouTube video. So I'm gonna put a link to it in the description box. I'll put her name on the screen. Subscribe to her channel. Definitely like her video. Tell her that Tashelle sent you. And yeah, let's get right into it. So if you're watching this, you're probably a senior, junior, about to start freshman year, or maybe you're already in college, or maybe you're just so entertained and you want to see this beautiful face that you decided to click on my video. And I thank you. I thank you a lot. Just to make sure that you're completely locked into my channel and you can see all my other updates, please, 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 please subscribe, like the video, comment any suggestions, tap the bell icon too, okay? Don't you want to get notifications? Yeah, also thank you so much for my goal was to get to 70 subscribers by the end of last week, and I got to 89. So thank you so much. Hopefully that we can get to 100 by the end of this week. I'm hoping. Please. Why did I choose St. John's University? So I decided, let me just talk about my whole college process in general. It was my senior year of high school. I'm from Massachusetts, okay? Let me add that in there. It's my senior year of high school, and I already knew exactly where I was gonna go. I'm gonna go to UMass Boston. So I only applied to UMass Boston, UMass Lowell, and UMass Amherst, and of course St. John's. So at the time though, I only had the first three in. So UMass Amherst, Lowell, and Boston. I didn't end up applying to Salem State. I don't remember the reason why. I think I thought that, I don't even know. I probably wasn't just paying attention to the deadlines. So I never went. My friends all around me, they were applying to so many schools. Like one of my friends applied to literally 10 plus schools, or maybe she just applied to 10, I don't know. But I had a lot of people applying to a lot of schools. And I was like, I'm broke. I don't have a fee waiver. I gotta pay all these fees. I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like inadequate almost. Like I didn't want to seem like, oh, I kind of know where I'm going and just like kept it straight versus like, no, why don't you try to dabble? It's college. This is a time that you go out and you find yourself and you find, you know, new things and sunshine and rainbows and crap. So I was like, okay. In my emails from St. John's, that I had a fee waiver to apply to their school. So I was like, I have a fee waiver, I'm broke, and I want to apply to more schools. Seems like a win-win situation. I applied either end of January, and I heard back like the first week of February. Like I heard back very quickly, like within 2 weeks. And clearly I got into the school, and I was like, wow, New York City, like I've always told myself that I wanted to go to school in New York City. Why not? I go to the main campus, the Queens campus. Why did I choose my major, and what is my major? So my major is biomedical science major with a path in research. And that just sounds like so much coming out. And every time I say it to people, they literally gag or they say, ooh, I'm so sorry. But I want to become a doctor. I want to go to medical school after my 4 years of undergrad. So this seemed like a very, you know, good major for me to go into. And it has been. It's been a trip. I'm not gonna say it's been fun, but it's been a lot, okay? I had a little bit of a major crisis, like a major, like my academic major crisis. But within like the week, I was like, yeah, no, this is definitely the right major for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna break down like how your freshman year is actually going. So great, you've been accepted, you know what your major is going to be, or even if you don't know, it's perfectly fine. Now I'm guessing you probably want to hear about like St. John's, like the actual nitty gritty type you know, stuff going on. So basically how it works your freshman year is sometime during the summer they'll email you and they'll let you know your housing registration like date and time, and then you can go in and you can register for like who you want to be your roommates. Some people do random. I literally found my roommate out of like a Black St. John's group me chat, and we literally just like, hey, you want to be roommates? You're like, yeah, let's be roommates, and we've been roommates. They'll also send you an email, I believe, when your schedule is available. You get your schedule probably in, I think it depends on how soon you pay, you get your schedule. I believe I got my schedule in August or July, I can't remember. You'll get it around that time, like during the summer. And they do make your schedule for you. Because of my major, I had to take 5 classes my first semester. My next semester, I definitely eased up a little bit more, and I got to choose my own classes second semester. My first semester, I took chemistry, biology, statistics, theology, and English. So I took 5 courses. The chemistry course that I was taking, which was general chemistry, you have your Gen Chem lecture that meets twice a week. You have your Gen Chem lab, which meets once a week. So that's as if you have 2 classes. And they're taught by different professors as well. Then you have your chemistry recitation, which is kind of like a workshop type of situation where you work with a group of people, usually 4 or 3, but like around that area or amount of people. And you guys work together and do practice problems. And then you have chemistry collaborative, which is essentially like there's no grade in that class, but it's like a peer working. It's ran by a student, and then obviously all the people sitting in the desks are students, and then we just get like kind of like a refresher of what we learned the week of, but from a student's perspective, because sometimes they can explain things a little bit better. And then for biology, I had to take my biology lecture class twice a week, and I also had to take a biology lab once a week. So I'll put a picture of my schedule and I'll kind of explain it. My schedule's kind of trash. I'm not even gonna hold you. My schedule's trash. But on Mondays, every Monday I had a chemistry lab. Obviously these numbers don't mean anything to you guys, but I know what they are. So I had my Monday labs from 8 a.m. until 11:20 a.m. Then I had class from 12:15 to 1:40. Then I had my math class from 5 p.m. to 6:25 p.m. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about like my whole entire schedule, like each day and what everything means. So I'm gonna try to like go through it a little quickly. Gen Chem 1 and 2, because those are the only Gen Chem classes I've taken, okay, with labs. I haven't taken, and my bio labs, but I haven't taken Orgo yet. I'm taking it next semester. Essentially, how I got a feel for it was, even though I had a time from 8 a.m. until 11:20 for my lab, that was kind of just used as space or a time meant for the class. So even if you finished your lab at 9 o'clock, 9:30, you were free to go. If you finished early, you could leave early. Like, it wasn't crazy. Typically, I would go straight to class on a Monday, and then right after, that's when I would go and get food, or I would take a nap before my 12:15 class, which was my chemistry lecture. First semester chemistry lecture professor wasn't that great. I'm not gonna say who he was, but he wasn't that great. My second semester, she was pretty bomb though. But yeah, so that only lasted from 12:15 to 1:40. So like an hour and a half, not that bad. And then my math course, which took place from 5 p.m. to 6:25. So during that gap, I would be studying library, food, taking a nap. Sometimes I would go out, but not really. And yeah, on Tuesday, I had my theology class from 9 a.m. Then I had my English class from 12:15 to 1:40. My bio class from 3:25 to 4:50. And then Wednesdays were my easiest days because I just had my biology lab course from 9 a.m. to 12:05. And then I had my collaborative course from 12:15 to 1:15. So I was pretty done early. And my bio lab, literally every bio lab I've taken, we always finish within an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but like it's quick. So usually from 9, I'll be back in my room by like 10:30, and then I would just go take a nap. That was my thing on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, we just started at 12:15 to 1:40, which was my lecture, my chemistry lecture. And then I had class from 5 to 6. And then Friday was when like I had a lot of classes, which was my religion, then chemistry recitation, then my writing class, my English, and then my bio lecture. So I have 4 classes that day. Now, the reason why I have so much work is because of my major. Yeah, that's 18 credits that I was taking my first year, my first semester. I keep saying first year just because like the way college is broken up, it just makes it feel like it's 2 different years, even though they were only like a few months. Now, I bet you're wondering, damn, Tashelle, all this homework and all these classes and stuff like that, did you have time to party? Look at me and ask that question again. Of course I did. Of course I did. Y'all ain't hear it from me. Okay, if you heard it from anybody, it wasn't me. I had a system going on, okay? During my first semester too. Like my second semester, because I could pick my own class times and stuff like that, I tried to push it back so my classes didn't start until like 10 o'clock. This is exactly how I did it. So my party days were Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday was just pure recovery. Sometimes I would party on a Sunday, but because I had such an early lab, I didn't do that. Not often, at least. What I would do, Friday, you see how I get out of class at 4:50? I would start getting ready for parties at like 8, 9 p.m. So at 4:50, so from 4:50 to like 8 o'clock, those 3 hours, I would strictly just use that time to just do homework that's going to be due on Monday. So I would use those 3 hours to do because the first class I have on Monday is my chemistry lab. So the first thing I would do is in those 3 hours, I would just do my lab. I would just do everything I need to do for my lab. And it usually took me about 3 hours. So I would just do it all. So I would just bang it out and do it all. Then, because I have from 11:20 to 12:15 on my chemistry lab, like in between my chemistry lab and my chemistry lecture, I would do whatever homework I had to do for chemistry lecture, which we usually never did. It was usually online homework, and it was usually like giving us like 2 or 3 weeks to do. So that wasn't extremely hectic, and I really didn't have work then. So in that gap, I would be doing homework for chemistry lecture, or I would do my math homework for that day. And then like, because I'm in class at 6:25, and I would usually go to sleep at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, I would just spend all that time doing homework, eating, fraternizing, having friends, you know, stuff like that. And then I would just kind of, I hope that made sense. I don't know if that made sense. But then I would just carry on. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, I would just do my homework like in the afternoon like a normal person, you know. But yeah. Well, how are St. John's parties? I have not been to a dorm party, okay? So I can't speak on those. From what I hear, they're smooth. But the parties like off campus, those are amazing. New Yorkers really know how to party. They know how to party correctly. The boys are cute, so it works. That's all I can really say about the parties without giving away too much of my character. But just know that literally you can find anything on campus. Like you'll definitely find your sense of friendships and your people. Like I was really scared because I came to St. John's knowing absolutely nobody. I met my first friend like the 3rd day or 2nd day on campus at a party. So I suggest if you need to go and make some friends, go to a party. Especially if you're a freshman, it's so easy because you have so many people coming from literally everywhere who don't know nobody, and they're all trying to find like different people that they like. People are going to be talking to each other. So, you know, go to a party. If you don't like parties, join a club. You will find who you need in a club. Like I'm currently a part of 2 clubs and then 1 like job on campus. It's not a club, it's a job, but it's so much fun that it doesn't feel like a job. And I met a lot of cool people through that too. Orientation leader training is what I was just talking about. Orientation leader training. I'm a part of this group called Rise for African American and Latinx students. Not even necessarily African American, just Black students, because I'm not African American, I'm Black. And then I'm part of something called, why did I forget the name? Yo, did I forget the name of this club? Safe. It was called Safe. I hope that the the person who runs this club does not see this video, because sorry. It's called Safe. So I'm a part of Rise, Safe, and I'm training to be an orientation leader for the summer. You can definitely find friends. I'm telling you, you can. See, I think that I'm more outgoing than an introvert. Like, I'm more extroverted. However, I'm one of those people where I just mind my business and I just like keep it push and I just do whatever I need to do, if that makes sense. If you see me walking around on campus, I most likely look like this. But that's not me. I'm this. I'm always smiling, you know, that's my thing. Like right now my cheeks are hurting. Like, I'm very sweet, I'm very nice. And so if I can walk around campus looking like that in a completely foreign place where nobody knows me, then, and I can still make friends, can too. So you gotta realize college isn't all about friends. I have people where I can say hi to, you know, what's up, but like, as the people that I confide in and I talk to and like I really rock with, I only have one person. But you know, you don't really need that much, to be honest. I feel like the more friends you allow in, the more drama you're allowing in, and that's not cute. We don't like that. Let's talk about the food. Oh, excuse me. So there's a few places where you could get food on campus. So you can go to like the main dining area, which is called Montgomery's. Everyone calls it Monty's. It's more of like a buffet style, and it only opens from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. It's all you can eat style. Just keep going back up until you get your belly full and then you hop out. So as a freshman, you get unlimited swipes. So you can go in there in and out as many times as you want a day, versus you can opt out of it your second semester, or at least I think you can opt out your second semester. Don't quote me on that, but you can definitely opt out your sophomore year. So there's a bunch of different other meal plans that you have. I know I'm probably gonna end up doing the 2 square one. I think it's called 2 squares, which is basically you get 14 swipes a week, 2 swipes a day. That's the first place and the main place that people who live on campus get food. And the other places that I know you can eat at are Marillac, DAC, and the diner. So the diner, oh, and the marketplace. So the marketplace, let me start with the marketplace. So the marketplace is right next to Monty's. They're like attached to each other. It's like on the back, and it's kind of like a CVS type of situation. They do serve hot food though. Not that much, like maybe like 4 options of hot food. And you can meal exchange over there. Meal exchanging basically works. You have 3 meals a day. There's a breakfast time, there's a lunch time, and there's a dinner time. I don't really know what the actual like times are, like how they range for each section, but there's 3 different times. During those 3 different times, instead of eating at Montgomery's, you can go and you can meal exchange at a different place. So you can go to the marketplace, how I was just talking about, the diner, DAC, or Marillac, and you can physically swipe your storm card, your student ID, and use it over there. So we got that out the way. So you can meal exchange at the marketplace. You can get ice cream there, and they open every day from 12 o'clock in the afternoon until 1 a.m. Doesn't matter, every single day. You have the diner, which is like one of my favorite places. The onion rings are absolutely fantabulous. And the diner, it's basically supposed to be like a 50s style disco, like that's the vibe I get. It's like checkered floors, and like the seats look like they just came out of like a, oh. Okay, so not that you guys could tell, but I was just in an 1.5-hour Zoom meeting, and I had the notification right in the middle of making the video. So back to what I was talking about with the food. So yes, the diner is also another place you can meal exchange, but the diner is only open from 10 p.m. Sorry, I lied, from 5 p.m. until 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's like the only late night thing that you could eat on campus from there. And then on the weekends, they open at 8 p.m. and they close at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can also go to Marillac. So Marillac is like, it's a building where you have classes, and then on the basement floor, or I'm pretty sure it's the basement, is where all the food is. So there's like something called Freshens, which is like a bootleg Chipotle. There's a Burger King in there. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. There's like an Indian food place thing. There's a Subway. I could be forgetting some, but there's like a good amount of food in Marillac. And those places all accept meal exchanges except for Dunkin' Donuts. They only do that on the weekends. And then in the library there's like this Einstein Bagels that is only meal exchange on the weekends, but it's open during the week too, but you can only meal exchange on the weekends. Other than that, you gotta pay. And I'm trying to think of all the buildings. Oh, and then DAC, which is one of my favorite places to meal exchange. It has same thing like Marillac. There's classrooms in it, but at the same time there's different there's a floor for food, and then there's also a Starbucks in there. I don't know if you can meal exchange at Starbucks. I've never meal exchanged at Starbucks. I don't see why not, but I don't know. Take a shot for every time I say you will get hammered, because I keep saying so yeah. And then there's a Taco Bell, which I love. There's a Chinese food situation. I forgot what it's called. I think it's like bok choy or something along those lines. There's like a smoke barbecue house type of situation. And then there's like this like bootleg version of Subways in there, but I forgot what it was called. I genuinely don't remember what it was called. I went there once and I hated the sandwich, so I never went back. But even like when the finals time and we're up really late and stuff like that, there's a Dunkin' Donuts that is, I kid you not, a 2-minute, maybe 3-minute walk off of campus that is 24 hours that you can go and get your food and your stuff, Yeah. So next, I'm going to talk a little bit about the professors. I don't know which college has like the best professors or what. I haven't been at St. John's for that long to really give you a full analysis of how I feel about all the professors, because I just haven't been taught by all of them. I don't know all of them. I will say though that my professors this semester are a lot better than my professors last semester. Honestly, I would recommend just looking at Rate My Professors. As soon as they send you the email of the classes you're taking along with the professors that are teaching the courses, go on to Rate My Professors. They're usually like true, at least that I've experienced. For example, my chemistry professor last semester wasn't really that great, but his reviews are also not that great. And this semester, my reviews for my chemistry professor were a little bit better. To me, I think that she's great. So, I will say though, for my math professors, I've had 3 so far. I had 2 my first semester because I switched out, but then I switched right back in because the professor that I switched to was so bad. I feel so bad for saying that, but he was really bad. And then my professor this semester, he was also not that good. I don't want to say it because even when I went to my advisor, literally going to her and like, hey, like, is there a professor that's a little bit better? Like, there was a language barrier between me and all my professors. So they're all from different places. And they all had really thick accents and were really hard at explaining things. And before y'all say that, oh, you hating on immigrants. No, I'm not. Okay, both of my parents are immigrants and they are very hardworking people. And I'm not saying that they don't deserve to be professors and make a living. Like, no, that's perfect. But like, it was just that barrier, or that they looked like they knew what they were doing. It just was difficult for them to explain it, you know what I mean? Like, St. John's is a diverse campus, I would say. PWI is still a predominantly white institution, because even though there's a Black community, there's an Asian community, there's African students, there's Caribbean students, like it is a diverse campus, but there's still just a lot more white people than there are Black people. Like, I would probably say it's maybe like, I would say it's probably like 50-50, like 50% whites and then the other 50% are all different races. But it's like all those different races just come up to make another 50%, but like half of them are still like white. Like, there's still a lot of white people. So it's not like a terrible setting. I love diversity. I love learning about new people, different cultures, and I have definitely met a lot of different people. My hometown, there's a lot of the same people, and I found that there's a lot of like different cultures that I wouldn't have really met if I stayed in Massachusetts or stayed in my own hometown. So I give it like a B for diversity, just because It could be better. Drama, I don't get into drama. Not my thing. I was in like a brief, tiny little drama situation in the beginning of my first semester, but it's whatever. I might even do a story time on it. Who knows? That was a little crazy, but I don't think it's too much of a dramatic campus. I feel like a lot of people know a lot of people, but at the same time, a lot of people are in their own lane and they're just worried about doing what they gotta do to graduate and just keep a push. I can't really speak too much on drama. If there is a lot, let me know if you go to St. John's, because I don't know, I'm out of the loop. Kitty. So that's all I can really think of for this video. So if you have any questions that I did not answer, leave it down below. Let me know. Yeah, and I will definitely leave my girl Maritza's information. Hopefully her video can help you out too if you're thinking about St. John's, or if you're just curious as to what my college experience was like, or like my first year, even though it got cut a little short. You guys can let her know or look at her video. Definitely try to get me to 100 subscribers. Okay, 100 subscribers. Like the video, like the video. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.